Press, ladies and gentlemen, as the U.S. Ambassador to Zimbabwe, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Hoyle Field, and Paul, I'm very happy that you chose Let It Be. Very, very happy. And we are gathered today, this morning, to celebrate your commitment to changing lives and your success in being selected to receive a U.S. Embassy grant. As Alexis mentioned, the Embassy Grants team supports a variety of grant recipients, including those who receive funding through the Ambassador's Special Self-Help Program. This particular program focuses on providing targeted grants to assist small-scale, short-term, community-driven projects that bring about tangible and immediate improvements in people's lives. The program has awarded more than $2 million for community-driven projects over the past 10 years. $2 million, US dollars, not bond notes. $2 million. In addition to 7 Ambassador's Special Help Fund grantees this year, we are also funding 3 U.S. African Development Foundation grants, which support locally designated and locally driven solutions that address economic and social problems at the grassroots level. Finally, this year, we are proud to award a Julia Taft Refugee Fund grant to Christian Care. The Julia Taft Refugee Fund was first established in October 2000 with the intent of providing ambassadors with the means to respond to critical gaps in refugee programs. Importantly, all of these programs bring Americans and the people of Zimbabwe together. For many of our communities, this may be their first introduction to the United States and to our positive contributions in Zimbabwe. In 2016, the Embassy's Grants Office has proudly awarded a total of $265,000 in grant funding to diverse organizations working in 9 provinces around the country. When I was here before in 1989 to 1992, and I was in Alexis's job, I was a special self-help grants officer. So this means a lot to me. I remember taking my mother and 2 aunts out to villages when they visited to help assess the programs. They still remember those, and I very much hope. I really am getting ready to go home this week to celebrate Christmas with my 92-year-old mother. And everybody's going to ask me, what is Zimbabwe like? And I really want to be able to tell them about people, about you, individuals, young people, women, making a difference in daily lives. We can talk about the grand scheme, about politics, about ZANU and MDC and ZPF. And we can talk about the different politicians, the football teams, clearly the wonderful tourist sites that you have in Victoria Falls and Great Zimbabwe. I'll even tell them about our new embassy that we're constructing. But what I really want to tell them is about the wonderful people all across this country making a difference in people's lives, helping young women like that have hope, have a future. We can defend those results to anybody in the United States. And I know to the good people of Zimbabwe, they are very proud of the work you're doing. So thank you for making our Christmas relevant, meaningful, and important. And on time. Now, as I say the name of the province where you are implementing your U.S. Embassy-supported project, please raise your hand. Matabeleland North. Matabeleland South. Masvingo. Mashonaland West. Mashonaland Central. Mashonaland East. Wow. Manicaland. Bulawayo Metropolitan. Harare Metropolitan. Fantastic. As you just demonstrated, there are organizations all over Zimbabwe doing meaningful and important work in your communities. Each of your organizations play a critical role in promoting a healthy and prosperous Zimbabwe, and we commend your efforts to improve the lives of people within your communities. Proud that the over $1 billion the United States has donated to Zimbabwe has decreased the HIV/AIDS prevalence by 67%. But we're even prouder that this New Dreams initiative we have is really targeted at young girls, because we know teenage pregnancy stunts economic mental growth. We know that cervical cancer is the #1 killer of women in Zimbabwe. We're going to help prevent that. We're going to give them the lives that they deserve. One of the other things we're very proud of, that your applications and projects ideas that went to Melissa and Musa and our other team, really competitive, and decided on merit. You should be proud of that free and fair process. Now, as I mentioned, the Ambassador Special Help Fund, the U.S. Africa Development Foundation, and the Julia Taft Refugee Fund. I'm sure Ambassador Taft, who was late, whom I knew her and her husband, I used to drive by her house on the way home. I'm sure that she is up in heaven looking down on this with pride. A wonderful person. Now, each grant is matched by investments made by your communities, investments of time, planning, materials, and labor. So while our government may provide initial funding for these projects, the ownership and long-term success of these activities rests with whom? With whom? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Even the journalists want to say that, but they're afraid. Now, we hope that these grants will serve as a starting point with the hope that your communities will continue to build them in the future. These grants have the potential to drastically improve the well-being of your communities for many years to come. As you are starting on your grant, I want to share the tremendous success of one past grantee. Last year, Kuranashi organization implemented a project